today's video, we're going to cover 3 types of language that you should avoid in your speech. In today's video, we're going to cover 3 types of language that you should avoid during your speech. These are offensive language, filler words, and jargon. Offensive language includes words you're familiar with, like and you want to avoid these words because you always want to have goodwill with your audience, and you never know who might be offended by language that's considered obscene. And I don't have to tell you what these words are because you already know what they are. We already know from norms in society what language is considered acceptable and unacceptable in terms of curse words. So omit curse words from your speech. You may use them in your daily language if you like, but when giving a speech, remember, you want to make a connection with the audience. You want the audience to know that you have their best interest at heart. It's not worth risking offending even one member of your audience with this language when there are lots of different alternatives you can use. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't have a well-placed swear word in a speech from time to time, but those are special circumstances and ones you want to consider carefully. Oftentimes, there are just better alternatives, so it's best to avoid those kinds of things. After many years and thousands of speeches, I've rarely heard anyone swear during their speech. But our next category, filler words, is something I hear all the time, and it's something that you want to cut down on. Filler words include anything that doesn't add meaning to the sentences that you're saying. Filler words include any kind of vocalized pauses. And especially the word like. When you use the word like, it makes you sound like you're not sure of yourself. Take a look at this clip and hear how Sarah sounds during this portion of her speech.
So when astronauts go to space, they have to exercise for at least 2 hours every day so that their muscles don't weaken. So they have to strap themselves into this treadmill thing, and they have to exercise so that they can walk when they get back to Earth.
Now listen to Sarah doing the exact same portion of her speech without the word like.
Astronauts spend such a long time in space that when they get back to Earth, they are unable to walk. To combat this, astronauts must strap themselves into a treadmill so that they can walk and exercise their muscles so that they don't weaken so much over time.
See how much more confident Sarah sounded during the second example? This is the reason you want to remove the word like from your speech, because it doesn't add anything in. And we're not talking about using like when you're making a comparison. We're talking about putting it in where it doesn't belong. So ask yourself, would this sentence sound the same or mean the same if I took the word like out of it? If the answer is yes, then take it out. The next common filler word, or in this case filler sound, is Oftentimes people insert during pauses in their speech when there should just be blank space or pause there. Some people feel uncomfortable with silence, but oftentimes you can use that silence to convey meaning in your speech. So don't fill it up with unnecessary sounds like. Now, of course, lots of people use that, including myself, when we talk on a day-to-day basis. And you don't need to eliminate it from your speech. That's not your goal. That would be nice. But you can get rid of it or reduce it to a level that's not noticeable. Again, with a lot of nonverbal behaviors, this verbal behavior isn't a problem unless it's so frequent that it's noticeable. So if you were to say a couple of times during your speech, probably no one would notice. If you say it 15 times within the span of 3 sentences, then it becomes noticeable and then it's a problem. So work on cutting down on that, and don't feel like if you say it once or twice during your speech, that's a reason to get off track. It's not. So, the next filler word that we should avoid is so, just like I did at the beginning of this segment. This is popular nowadays. In conversation, when people take turns, they start their turn in the conversation with the word so. Listen for it if you don't believe me. It's very common. You want to avoid bringing this common verbal filler from conversation into your speech. Don't start sections of your speech with the word so. Now, of course, it's okay to use the word so to conjoin a couple of sentences or to conjoin ideas, but never start ideas with the word so. Take a look at Sarah as she begins her speech this way. Normally, you probably wouldn't even notice it.
So, have you ever considered the power of an apple? Well, how about the power of a falling apple?
Now watch her just jump right into her attention getter without the word so.
Have you ever considered the power of an apple? How about the power of a falling apple?
The second time was more immediate and more powerful. And if you remember from our video on attention getters, you always want to start your speech with the first word of your attention getter, not a filler word, not a word that doesn't add any meaning. The third type of language that you want to avoid in your speech is the use of jargon. Jargon is usually some sort of over-technical term that's associated with a particular profession. For instance, you hear it a lot in Rochester when people have discussions about medical topics. They often throw in jargon that most lay people wouldn't understand. Jargon can also be associated with various subcultures or professions. Take a look at this list of words. You can see that a lot of these terms, you may know some of them, but most of these terms wouldn't be understood by the general audience. And these also include abbreviations. Abbreviations can be jargon if you don't explain what the abbreviations stand for at the beginning. It's okay to use abbreviations as you go along, as long as you've told the audience what the abbreviation stands for to begin with. Cutting jargon out of your speech altogether may not be a good idea because part of what you're doing in your speech is educating your audience. So you may want to use some terms that could be considered jargon. The easy way to deal with this is just to stop and define the term a bit in your speech. And this is usually only 1 or 2 sentences to add to your speech that can clear up any kind of jargon for your audience. Now I have one extra bonus word for you in this video to avoid. It's not an offensive word, and it's not jargon, and it's not filler, but you should avoid using it whenever possible. And that is the word, take it away, Elvis, guys. Don't refer to your audience as guys. This is a hot trend in YouTube videos. Take a look at these examples.
That's epic. Also, guys, don't...
Alright, what's up, guys? Mark.
Video, I wanted to show you guys the
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Premier Gal. Hey, what's up, you guys? Hey, what's up, you guys? And welcome.
Hey guys, Alex here from...
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, it's Maya here.
Today I have a highly requested video for you guys.
Guys, it's Christmas in 6 days.
Alright guys, hello!
Hey guys, 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 hey guys.
Hey guys, I am...
What's going on, guys? Welcome back.
Hi guys, I'm on the move.
See how prevalent that's gotten? There are a couple of reasons not to use the word guys. The first one is it may be offensive to some people who don't consider themselves guys. I know if I wasn't a guy, I would be offended if someone called me a guy. But more importantly, and here's the key reason that you shouldn't do this, you want to be conversational with your audience. So don't refer to your audience by any sort of gender pronouns whatsoever. Just say you when referring to your audience because you want everyone in your audience to feel like you're talking to them. When you say something in your speech, you want to get a medical checkup every 5 years, for instance, that's much better than you guys should get a medical checkup every 5 years. This is a good way to avoid any kind of gender pronoun problems and address your audience in a way that's conversational and direct. To summarize, there are 3 categories of language that you should avoid when giving a speech. The first is offensive language. Always avoid offensive language. Even if you don't think it's offensive, if you have even the slightest inkling that it might be offensive to someone in your audience, don't use it. And here we're only talking about offensive words, not necessarily offensive ideas. There are easy ways to convey offensive ideas without being offensive, but some of these words can't be said without offending people. Swap them out for something else. Second, filler words. We all use filler words when we talk, in conversation, when giving a speech. The goal is to cut down as much as possible on filler words, not to eliminate them entirely. If you can eliminate them entirely, that's great, but strive for cutting them down. And if you happen to use 1 or 2 during your speech, don't let that throw you off. The third category is jargon. Avoid scientific terms. If you have to use scientific terms or you want to use a term that's specialized to some profession, then go ahead and use it, but take a pause and give the audience a quick definition before you move on.